Started out pretty far behind the leaders, so they'll get that worked out for us here pretty quick. What was your race like?
I want to say the qualifying is awesome, and we didn't take it as serious as we should have. We'll definitely run harder next time. I think it was an advantage today to get out in front early. A lot of dust on the course, and lap traffic hurt us. So.
Would you like to see that qualifying or time trials for the King of the Hammers in 2011?
I would. We've always talked about it, and I think it's a great idea.
Tell us a little bit about your race today. You're a hard charger from the back to catch these guys. Started how many rows behind the leaders?
I think we started 8 rows back in 16th.
That sounds correct.
Yeah.
8 rows back, so they almost got up there with them. Heck of a race. Would another lap have helped you with that?
I believe so, yeah, because it was starting to clean up. Well, the course is getting sloppy, but the puddles were starting to clear out, and the dust was staying down because we were able to run in the clear.
Any problems with tires or anything like that today?
Tires were great. It was more of our fault running lower pressure than we should have the first lap. We cut one, and then we bumped our pressure up, and they still worked. They still hooked in the rocks. Like, I think BFG, it's one of the best tires out there, and we were super impressed.
129.
Erik, you came pretty much out of nowhere for us on the West Coast. The guys that watching at home may not know a lot about you. Why don't you tell us a little about your history and where you got that car from? Some of us will recognize it because you've rebadged it, but why don't you tell us a little bit about your car and some of your past experience?
We started out back in '03, so when I really first got into rock crawling at Paragon. We started in the stock modified class for the New Rock series. We ran We Rock and U Rock that year as well, and we were hooked ever since. And when XRA first came to Paragon, we were at that little exhibition with Charlie Lou and Charlie Melchner, Lou Levy, and I think it was Mark Munson and maybe JT Taylor, and that got us hooked on the Go Fast. We ran XRA for a while in my Jeep, my stock mod, and it was just brutal. We were never competitive, but we did well, but the truck held us back. So
that's Bunny Rose coming on first lap right now. So,
yeah.
Hey, this is Bunny Rose coming around for her first lap right now. She's going to probably need some cheers. It's a long day for her to do one lap.
married a problem.
Yeah. Bunny!
All right, back to the action here with Erik. Why don't you tell us a little about that car of yours?
Yeah, we came this is a Twisted Customs car that Joe Chipman, Jason, and Brian built for the KOH race in '09, I believe, and they finished 8th in it. They had steering issues, so the ramp came loose and they broke a fitting, and they were caught up in the desert for about an hour and a half. When we qualified here last year at RCQ on my Jeep, we knew we needed to do something different to be competitive. The Jeep always held us back. So we decided maybe we'll build my Pro Modified chassis that John Markovich and I have been working on for a while, because we were going to step up in We Rock, but this came along, and we called Twisted Customs and asked them what it would take to do a chassis for us with light mounts and engine mounts. And Brian said, we're real swamped, and we're not going to be able to get one out to you until about January. I said, well, I can't build a car that fast. It's a month, and we won't be able to test it. He said,
all right, Lucas Murphy coming across the finish line.
Get the gong! Pat and Ann are busy.
Hey, Doug Bigelow and Lauren Healy, can you guys make your way to the finish line for us, please?
It's going to get dark before Eric's done telling the story.
and that was the second time I got
yeah, you need on the Chappelle show, the wrap it up, B.
Get to the good part.
Tell them about your youth.
MySpace by Rob K.
Yeah, that's right.